All right, switching now to Media Watch with James Creedon.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey ho, James.
Indeed, more of that.
We start with some positive news.
Yes.
Yay, for the government. Biggest monthly drop in unemployment figures in 15 years.
That's right. And after this attempt earlier this week to sort of relaunch François Hollande's hopes for the 2017 presidency, there was this "Hey ho, the left" slogan that was unveiled by many of his ministers in a big press conference. And the idea was to draw attention to all of the positives during his 4 years of the 5 years of his presidency. In any case, many people really saw that as a flop. It was kind of seen as a PR stunt that didn't really work. The Times of London, for example, in Le Courrier International here, looking at how it's been viewed from across the channel, saying that this is too little, too late for François Hollande. Except today there were these exceptionally good figures in terms of unemployment, the biggest drop in 15 years since the year 2000, and so a whole host of Hollande fans took to social media with the hashtag "Ça va mieux," everything is going better. In other words, maybe we spoke too soon in terms of writing off that PR stunt earlier this week about let's get the left back in good spirits for 2017. In any case, a lot of tweets from Hollande faithful talking about that with the hashtag "Ça va mieux." That is actually a quote from a TV interview François Hollande gave recently, in which he said he clearly had that was one of his talking points. Things are going better. In any case, here is a cartoon from the cartoonist Baudry, picking up on what Will was talking about earlier, that big contract for a French company in terms of the sale of submarines to Australia. And there you have "Ça va mieux," things are going better, emblazoned across the yellow submarine. I'm not sure that's the most flattering image of the French president, but there you go. And also to echo what Will was saying, there a lot of people are also pointing to the fact that this drop in unemployment figures is also down to just a bit of bookkeeping, if you like, or cleaning up of the administrative system in Pôle emploi, which is the government agency that looks after unemployment. It appears that a lot of those figures are actually just down to files or dossiers that were inactive and that have now been cleared off the system. So maybe it's not quite as amazing as it seems. Anyway.
Okay, well, tell us about Nicolas Sarkozy's most controversial comments lately about the participants of the Up All Night Nuit Debout protests here in France. Did he really call them brainless?
Yes, he did. He called them brainless this afternoon. He said the participants in the Up All Night, which is sort of a little bit like the Occupy or Indignados sort of protests that we have at Place de la République, and then they sprung up elsewhere as well, that these people really don't have a brain. In any case, I'm sure many of the participants who have brains were somewhat offended by that, but it did draw attention to growing disgruntlement or displeasure with the fact that these protests are going on and on and on, and they are drawing more and more criticism now from, in particularly, the political right. In any case, to extend that quote, he said, "We cannot accept people who do not have, who have nothing in their brains coming to Place de la République giving lessons on French democracy." So I suppose that's very much speaking to a particular public who are not in favour of the Nuit Debout protests, who see it as sort of a bit of a hippie, lefty sort of initiative. In any case, some on social media said, well, the fact that Nicolas Sarkozy has taken such a dislike to them will probably only do them a service, in the sense that I suppose his own ratings aren't so good either. One minister lambasted him on Twitter, Emmanuelle Causse. She's a Green Party housing minister, and she said democracy, it is not democratic to insult citizens, and it is even less so when it comes from a former president. So that is sort of the tone of some of the criticism. This is the same cartoonist that I showed you earlier who did the yellow submarine, so he's having a pretty good day, Baudry. And there he is penning a little drawing of Nicolas Sarkozy standing on the plinth of the statue at Place de la République, giving the middle finger to the crowd. That never happened. In any case, I suppose it's figurative. Anyway, I'll finish with this particular tweet, which I thought was somewhat amusing. Apparently, Carla Bruni, going back to 2008, just after the former First Lady met Nicolas Sarkozy, said that he is so sort of sharp that it's like a man who possesses 5 or 6 brains. So clearly that quote was dug up in contrast to the brainless people that Nicolas Sarkozy sees as being participants of the Up All Night protest.
But you can understand his argument. I mean, if unemployment figures are down and these people are all up all night complaining about unemployment, maybe they are brainless. I'm just saying that logic would say.
Right, perhaps there is a connection indeed.
Thank you, James Creedon with Media Watch.